Welcome back everyone, Drake Hawkins with you again, and it's been a couple days since our last recording. We're back in Wallaceburg, continuing our single player Desert River run here. We'll see how things go. We got a whole bunch of messages popped up. I'm kind of uncertain why we got a whole bunch of messages popped up when the server was down. So we'll check out what's going on here.
Before we get started, if you're enjoying the series, please hit that like button, it helps me out, and if you haven't already joined the clan, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for more great content.
Successfully completed. How long was the server running for? Uh-oh. That could be bad. Maybe these are just old messages. I don't know. Forgotten Pot is finished. Knowing Plants is finished. The defense of Defense of Wallaceburg had 0 and 0. Oh no, 31 attackers, 25 defenders. We were victorious. Doesn't show any losses or information. That's kind of useless. Apparently they came back and there was only one of me then? What's going on here? I don't understand. There's our troops. Where's our people? Horrible things have happened. Horrible things have happened in the camp. I have no idea what's going on here. We have 31 unemployed, 34 inactives. We have conflict 73 and loyalty of 27. Okay, so something seriously went wrong in between events. We have a rebellion risk here. So let's get in there and try to figure this out. Okay, so it looks like something desperately wrong happened. Either I didn't shut down the server properly or something to that persuasion, because apparently we have a population of 457 and they're getting a little uppity, more than a little uppity. So let's actually pop back out first things first and move the troops back in. Okay, so while things get loaded up here, we've popped out, moved the troops back into the city. Apparently I must have left things running for a while here, thinking that I'd shut down and not actually shut down the server in the background. So we had a little bit of, issues. They seem to have run off on their own and not quite done well without our leadership. So let's get things back on track here. We'll get our science started. If we can, yes, get the science started. Artisans, you guys get working on that amazing concept of the wheel. Have you seen the text isn't there. That's unfortunate. I think that's a bug. I think the text is supposed to be in here. It's basically the the woodcutters are like, I guess that's lumberjacks. They're like, hey, guess what? You know, when a tree falls over, it can roll. Sometimes it really rolls away from you. Maybe if we cut it into small pieces, we could use it and attach to things and make them move easier. It's just, I don't know, it's just brilliant. We can make mud bricks. Ooh. Mud brick walls, mud bricks, and brickworks. Are you serious? Popular revolt? I just moved the troops back, guys. Come on. I moved my troops back, so now everybody's revolted? Oh, we're screwed. There goes Wallaceburg. Are you serious, guys? Are you serious right now? So, in between, while I was offline, supposedly offline, 47% of the population are taking arms and rebelling, including 53 soldiers who were not part of a garrison. They were not soldiers at all. There was no 53 soldiers in any way, shape, or form, who defected to the rebels. Our 15 loyalist soldiers are facing a total of 0 rebels. 47% of the population takes up arms and rebelling, including 53 soldiers from the local garrison who have defected to the rebels. Our 15 loyalist soldiers are facing 0 rebels. If they succeed, I lose control of the territory, except for actually they're just running around. There's no rebellion going on. There is, but there isn't. And now there's another message about 37 barbarians. Battle's over. Did I just lose control of the place? Is that what just happened? I did. I'm pretty sure I just got kicked out of my country. And the graphics have gone off to the side instead of over here. And everything just froze up. Okay, so the game crashed. Let's see if I can get that working again. I don't know what happened. Like, I logged off and I thought I had shut the server off. So apparently somehow it came back on and screwed up. And I can actually see my Windows background faintly through my screen right now. So we'll see if this is even viable or if I have to restart something. Alright, so it's trying to bring me... I'm trying to get back online here. We'll see if we've got a city or an empire or a series left after this. Okay, so it crashed, it froze, and popular revolt has occurred. And again, 0 and 0. This is really buggery. Okay, now it's saying 0 soldiers instead of the other way around. You saw it in the recording. 47% of the population rebelled. Previously it said including 53 soldiers from the local garrison. It was no soldiers in the local garrison. So it should have been 0. And 53 were attacking my 15. Even though that was just bizarre. Okay, so there's now 50 rebels sitting here. And they have nothing. So 50 Porcos just left the city. And I guess I can do something with the city? I guess I still function. I'm kind of still here. So let's go check it out. So do remember this game is early access and a one-man show for design. So if there are issues like this, we'll try to work around them. I think in future I will save a copy of the server file after each episode to see if we can, make sure we avoid some of this in the future. Alright, so I think we are properly good and back in things. Wallowsburg has taken some strange hits since we saw it last episode. Basically, I think I must have either turned on or left on at some way, somehow, the server. So in the background, things ran. We had 450 some people. You saw little clips just before this of the rebellion and the confusion. So now we're back. Episode 3, properly operating. So right now we're sitting with herbalism in this city. That's great. We have animal breeding. We have weaving for cloth making, javelins. We have good agriculture going. We can make buildings with mud now. We have stone, well digging, of course, elders council property, and domestic dogs. So, and spearfishing. I think that covers everything. Right, so that's where we're sitting at right now. We have mostly the regular houses, and we have a bunch of new slums formed. So let's start, before we go any further, by building the large houses, actually. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No, sorry, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We have 50 housing there. Let's keep the things rolling. Actually give a nice little triple wide maybe here. We can make a triple wide road through there. Do that, and I think another 20 in total is probably a good number. Ooh, this is nice and smooth. Not laggy on me this time. That's great. So then we're going to go ahead and let them finish. How long do they take? 2 minutes or so. We'll deal with something else and we'll come back to them. We still have to get ranching going. We have, this episode, we've got dates. We are producing 5.7, and that's all stored. Yeah, we have 32 dates stored, apparently, 32 lettuce stored. We didn't, I know at the end of last episode, we did not have that much production, or that much stored, so definitely something went amiss. We also stored 9, almost 10 pottery. Once we get 10, we can do the next tech with that. That's good. The fermentation or storage, I don't remember. So, 5.7 of 11 needs covered on the dates, and the lettuce we're bringing in 10.5, and the demand is 11, so that is fantastic. Meat we are bringing in 3.2, they're demanding 7. So right now we got these carriers. Are you guys actually carrying anything on you? No? Well, let's disband this unit then. Alright, and let's go ahead and build a new formation up on the plateau here, and it's going to definitely be vital that we get a militia unit in here. The Royal Goats. That's fantastic. Javelineers, 15 of them, please. And I'm going to check that for stability. It's going to drop to 77. Now, if we look at loyalty, part of the issue is going to be... Okay, so state troops and guards. I'm not sure which one. I think guards is the local town army, and I'm not sure how state troops plays in. If you guys know the difference, let me know in the comments. That would be greatly appreciated. But for every local garrison that is a militia unit, I know this much, we lose one authority, or one loyalty rather, for each of those due to for the authority tab. So basically, the population, the conflict, those things all cause trouble. Right now, the conflict is through the roof. Let's see if we can figure out what this conflict is. Population-based conflict. Policies. Policies plus 250%. Okay, so what policies are causing such outrageous conflict? Gift economy. 150% population conflict. Ouch. Ouch. That is horrible. So maybe we need to get out of that. Yeah, and banned society is also giving us 100%. Basically, we can't house a very high population without changing our economy or spreading them out over separate towns, because, and we can't even do that very well because of the limited administrative abilities. So that's kind of our limiting factor at this point. Do we switch up to a new tech when it comes available, bartering? Or is there a way that we can control things here? Like, right now we have just too many sows, too many piglets, not enough porcos. So we're 69 people, 69 porcos are feeding and housing everybody, but we simply don't have the manpower to handle increasing things. So at this will be 120. We could actually go ahead and increase these houses as much as possible, I think. We're out of wood. That's interesting. Wood is a non-producer for us, apparently. So we're going to be a while before we have enough lumber to get things, to keep things going, I guess. Yeah, so right now it looks like we have a very, very limited supply of lumber. We're making plus 1.3. I believe we are actually using some of the lumber for industries. Yeah, we're bringing in 3.3. We're using up 2, and that would be in probably the pottery department, the only building that we're actually using. So we're at a little bit of a rough situation here. We are using 1.1 for there, and we're using 0.9 for our javelin making. We have 40 javelins, so I'm actually going to put that guy to sleep, because 40 javelins is plenty for us for right now. We could see about, that's going to increase our growth of our lumber to 2.2. We could probably look into getting a cattle farm up and operational as soon as possible. Did we do a soil miner yet? I do not recall. I thought we had... Yes, we have a soil miner. There is 1.1 mud. He's a bit busy with other things as well, but that's okay. Our weapons maker is only able to make javelins, because that's what we have for tech so far. Paddocks, what are we going to do? We're going to weaving? Tannery? I don't recall. I think we're going to go ahead and put in a tannery in here. We can bring him sort of... we'll put tannery right in there. Right here. So our population continues to dwindle because of the imbalance that we have and these extreme conflict issues, which of course we can't fix at this point until our policies are adjusted. Our services, we don't have any services providing issues to conflict because these councils are not manned. So if we put you up to critical and bring you online, how does that affect our conflict level? It's at 6. It was at 67. It's dropping down to 59. Is that just from this? You're not providing any justice. Why is it dropping then? Higher, higher, and higher. Good. Making cubes of dirt is finished. Wonderful. Brickworks would be interesting. I've never messed with those. Apparently we have brickworks level 2. Or it is just a level 2 place. Apparently it's just a level 2 place. We can't do that because we don't have any of the... Let's fix that. We don't have any of the axes. So, we got ourselves a little bit of a conundrum. We got to go find ourselves some clay. So I'm going to have a quick look around at my notes and see if we can find some clay. Alright, so I'm out here on the map. I'm going to go ahead and grab a bit of a scout party, i.e. 10 sows, and see if we can buzz around and find something useful for our people to look at. We need to find some access to copper. Let's head on over to this hills and see what we can see in there. Huh. 2 families joined the expedition. Well, let's move them back there then. And then we'll drop them off in the village, then we'll come back and we'll scout it properly. See what's actually going on inside there. Right, so these hills only have a medium decent size deposit of copper here. I apologize, not copper, coal. And I mentioned that we were looking for clay. We're not looking for clay, we're looking for copper. Okay, so I have a half suspicion that I looked through this already. So, a quick recap. It's a beautiful, beautiful tile. It's got date palms over here, I believe, right? Yeah, date palms. Is that it, I think? For the grain crops, there is a small to medium size hunk of iron down there. We got clay there, we got clay there. This, of course, the barbarian village we could conquer. It wouldn't be that difficult to do. There are 3 fishing spots in it, so that's nice. Not much else other than that. There's a food supply over here as well. What are these? They're goats. Excellent. Very stationary goats that aren't particularly excited at the moment. So that's one thing. Now let's head back out to the map. There's something else I got to show you. Okay, so as I was loading that up, we had an event, not an event, a knowledge spawn, and it is 1 porco to rule them all. Unfortunately, I clicked off it so I could read it to you guys while I was recording instead of while the screen was loading, so we missed the text. So if somebody has the text, put it in the comments for me. I'd love to know what it is. 1 porco to rule them all. This provides leadership. It sure is more efficient than wasting time discussing with everyone of the tribe about which mud is the best mud. It allows leadership, common good, protector of the people. So, officials are required for this. I see. Interesting. This spawned shortly after I set up the first council and the first elders council and forced 3 people to go to work for it. So that's a note for those who are looking to potentially spawn it. 6 minutes to finish it. I think we'll let it go like that. That's fine. Unfortunately, this tile is never going to be touchable for us. So let's move on down here. Minior basically had the iron. It was a great spot. We might use it as a second village at some point. It would be a fantastic producer from a lot of perspectives. But we're looking for copper right now. If we can find that, we'll be sorted. All right, so checking out this deserty hill area. This is interesting. Incredibly barren place, except for that. That is a whopping huge silver deposit, as far as I'm concerned. That's a big silver deposit. We could probably fit 3 of the later game mines, as far as I understand them there. Haven't had them yet, but big silver deposit there. So just looking over my notes, we had a chance to scout this spot here, and this one had a small gold, it had barley, it had lots of silt space, clay, and dates. So it's alright, but the small gold is important there for later. Murmur Pork is Acularius was going to start here until we had to use a different server. So that's Tuesdays and Saturdays. A little plug for that though. Tuesday nights, Saturday nights. If you haven't checked them out already, live streaming at twitch.tv/clanhawkins. Also, Acularius streams it as well, or has been. We do Saturday from noon to 4 p.m. and Tuesdays from 6 to 9 p.m. So back to things. That was what we tagged as square 25. I'm going to put 26 down on my list here as mid to large gold. That's all that was in, or not gold, sorry, silver. That's all that was there, but that might be big later on when we need we need to scout for get some coin situation going, money flow in the Empire. Let's have a dangerous scout down here, see if we can not die in the process. Got another river down here. It's also arid.
let's have a quick scout through these. I'll do that off camera, and we'll let you know if we find anything of interest.
Okay, so decent tile here that has primitives on it, but it would have been a beautiful tile to set up on. I'm not sure that we need it because we do have papyrus elsewhere, but there's a massive chickpeas up there, a decent size papyrus patch there, and another big chickpea collection over here. Looks like we just finished the political tech. There's also buffalo and ostrich here, so this would have been a very nice place to start.
Okay, so we're continuing around looking for some spot to find some copper. Okay, so this is a decent sized copper supply. It might be something that we do as a temporary location. We basically need enough to be able to mine copper and haul it back to the city. That's basically all we need. So to survive down here, we have essentially really crappy poor ground here. Foreground here. Limestone up there. This is all desert. Fertility 0, 0 with all the gravel. We got another patch over here that's fertility 2, and that's about it. So I think what we do is have a very small colony here. Just maybe 20 to 30 households, enough to mine and farm a couple spots. Maybe we put like a farm there, a farm over here, a couple spots there, and then we can put a ranch in here to have a little bit of animals, and then they'll have a local butcher, 2 food sources, and the mine, and that's pretty much it. They'd have no lumber at all. I'll have to import that entirely. So not great. This is not spectacular. Okay, so that copper deposit is down here. That's quite a ways from the city. That's 6 tiles away from the city. I feel like that might not be a safe place to go. There is no forestry anywhere but nearby. Alright, so we are back. I've been having plenty of issues trying to get things rolling here. I'm going to bring these people right on back home. We definitely have some problems here that need to be addressed. One, we have only really amazing, but only resources based on food supplies and growing things. We're kind of lacking in the copper and metals department. Entirely in the metals department, actually. I don't think we found anything metal related whatsoever. Okay, so I'm going to put in a cut here. I will be back for another episode very soon for you. Thank you everybody for joining me. We will find the copper we need. We will get our population rebalanced, and we'll get things sorted out right away here. Thank you for joining me. Hit that like button if you are enjoying the series. Subscribe if you want to see more. And as always, I will see you in game.